Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News. In case you missed them during the week, I did videos on the car scanner app, which now supports Android Auto and CarPlay directly in the app, and also the Geotab battery life study versus viewers' state of health data. I'll start this week with a news story from technology website Wired. Wired reports that millions of vehicles could be hacked and tracked thanks to a simple website bug. Now, this is not clear if this is a Kia worldwide or just the US, but I suspect it's the US. Researchers found a flaw in the Kia web portal that let them track millions of cars, unlock doors and start engines at will. The latest in a plague of web bugs that's affected a dozen car makers. Today a group of independent security researchers revealed that they'd found a flaw in the web portal operated by car maker Kia, that let researchers reassign control of the internet connected features in most modern Kias. By exploiting that vulnerability and building their own custom app to send commands to target cars, they were able to scan virtually any internet-connected Kia vehicle's license plate and within seconds gain the ability to track the car's location, unlock the car, honk its horn or start its ignition at will. After the researchers alerted Kia to the problem in June, Kia appears to have fixed the vulnerability in its web portal, though it told Wired at the time that it was still investigating the group's findings and hasn't responded to Wired's emails since then. But Kia's patch is far from the end of the car industry's web-based security problems, the researchers say. The web bug they used to hack Kias is in fact the second of its kind that they reported to the Hyundai-owned company. They found a similar technique for hijacking Kia's digital systems last year. And those bugs are just two among a slew of similar web-based vulnerabilities they've discovered within the last 2 years that have affected cars sold by Acura, Genesis, Honda, Hyundai, Infiniti and Toyota and more. The group's web-based Kia hacking technique doesn't give a hacker access to driving systems like steering or brakes, nor does it overcome the so-called immobilizer that prevents the car from being driven off, even if the ignition is started. It could, however, have been combined with immobilizer defeating techniques popular among car thieves or used to steal lower-end cars that don't have immobilizers, including some Kias. Even in cases when it didn't allow outright theft of a car, the web flaw could have created significant opportunities for theft of a car's contents, harassments of drivers and passengers, and other privacy and safety concerns. Kia UK has confirmed that the upcoming Kia EV3 does not have any support for vehicle-to-home or vehicle-to-grid. I was asked last week in my video comments if I knew if the new Kia EV3 was capable of V2H or V2G. My answer was that I did not know and had not seen any mention of it in publicity materials. Banyan314 then asked Kia UK directly and they said it does not support it and is not upgradable to make it work. The only mention of any support for V2H or V2G so far has been on the Kia EV9. Some late breaking news on Saturday morning. Kia How-To Videos has published this how-to video on how vehicle-to-grid works in the Kia EV3. This kind of contradicts what Kia UK customer services are saying about V2G support in the EV3. I accept that it probably means Korean market EV3, but it's not clear from this video. Fingers crossed we can still get this upgraded so we can have this feature. Also yesterday, MyEnergi, who make my Zappy charger, which is an AC charger, have announced they are working on a vehicle-to-grid versions of their Zappy charger. They say this: British smart home energy technology manufacturer MyEnergi has started development of what it believes is likely to be the UK's first mass-market vehicle-to-grid electric vehicle charger that can integrate with the rest of the home. It plans to launch the new premium product in 2025 to coincide with many mainstream vehicle-to-grid enabled electric vehicles coming to market. Well, if now is not the time for vehicle-to-grid to have its day, Kia, then I don't know when it will be. I just hope that this is a lack of knowledge by Kia UK customer services and support is actually included. On the Canadian EV9 shifter failure issues, which I covered in this video a few weeks back, I have an update from Bob. Bob says, I have not heard from the service manager who was test driving our EV9, but I did call the dealership's warranty administrator and she let me know that our car has been operating flawlessly with the new e-shifter switch for the last 2 days. The current plan is we will pick up our EV9 and return the loaner EV6 in Parksville, which is also owned by the same dealership, on Tuesday, October the 1st. I also had another owner from Vancouver come forward with the same problem in the comments. So I think this has to be down to a bad batch of e-shifter switches. And this is my thinking anyway. Another Kia EV6 route planner feature I've spotted. Even if you are not stopping at any chargers on your journey, the route planner still estimates that your state of charge will be on your arrival at your destination. To do this, press and hold the Kia flag on the map screen. So when I set the nav to the Castleview pub in Geckowiper, North Wales last week, it estimated I would have arrived at 42% left. When I arrived, I actually had 60% left. This is a terrible way off estimate, and it needs to do better. Prices for the Kia EV3 have been released in Spain this week. Prices start at €36,930 for the 58 kWh Air trim, rising up to €48,705 for the 81 kWh GT line. Drive.com.au reports that it spotted the EV4 hatchback at the Nurburgring. There seems to be less and less camouflage on it every time I see fresh images of the vehicle, as you can see in these images. Kia America will soon offer North American charging standard Nacs adapters for its EV6 and EV9 vehicles. Customers who take delivery of a new 2024 or 2025 EV9 or 2024 EV6 from September 4th, 2024 and later will receive an adapter free of charge that will allow them to access to more than 16,500 Nacs DC fast chargers in the US. Customer delivery of the free adapters is anticipated to take place in early 2025. EV6, EV9 and Nurburgring customers who took delivery prior to September 4th, 2024 will have the opportunity to purchase an adapter from an authorised Kia dealer at a later date. Now I know they're all made by the same company, so you could probably get one cheaper elsewhere. Access to the DC fast chargers is planned for January 15, 2025. Three types of Nacs adapters will be available: Nacs to CCS1, CCS1 to Nacs and J1772 to Nacs. Nacs to CCS1 allows existing Kia EVs to DC fast charge. The CCS1 coupler to Nacs port enables Nacs equipped Kia EVs to charge on existing CCS DC chargers, while the J1772 to Nacs adapter allows Nacs equipped Kia EVs to AC charge on existing level 2 chargers. To maximise convenience, in early 2025, Kia EV owners will have access and the ability to pay for charging via the Kia Access app once a vehicle software upgrade is completed. Kia EV owners will be able to search, locate and navigate to available charge points through their EV infotainment screen and on their compatible smartphone devices, including charge availability, status and pricing. It'd be nice if we got that in Europe, wouldn't it? If you're in the UK, Hyundai is about to debut its hotly anticipated Inster EV at Everything Electric South, Farnborough, formerly known as the Fully Charged Show, the 11th to the 13th of October. Follow this link in the description to buy tickets. You can also get discounted entry for just one day for £10 by clicking on that link as well. Car Scoops reports that Hyundai is hell-bent on making wireless charging roads a reality. Wireless charging has taken off in the world of consumer electronics, but it hasn't yet gained widespread adoption in the electric vehicle sector. However, a new patent filing by Hyundai could change that and bring the concept of wireless charging roads closer to reality. There are already a few small sections of road that incorporate wireless charging technology, but they are rare. For example, the section of 14th Street in Detroit is equipped with wireless charging, and similar trials are being conducted in various other countries, including France, Norway and Sweden. Hyundai's solution, as uncovered by CarBuzz in the US patent filing, is to use a charging receiver under a vehicle that sits on a height adjustable inductive power transfer coupler that can automatically raise and lower itself to position above the road surface no matter the terrain. That's not all. Hyundai thinks it could then use a system similar to the Magic body control suspension pioneered by Mercedes-Benz, which uses forward-facing cameras to read the road surface and adjust the car suspension. This would be hugely beneficial for wireless charging, as it would allow the vehicle to detect any surface imperfections and adjust the charging receiver to maintain optimal positioning, even on rougher or uneven roads. Of course, Hyundai's system doesn't overcome one of the biggest obstacles that could prevent wireless charging roads from becoming a reality, and that is cost. Ripping up existing roadways or even building new roads with wireless charging coils would be insanely expensive and only makes sense if the vast majority of cars on the roads are EVs. As such, we can't imagine driving coast to coast in an EV charging wirelessly for many decades. Korea Economic Daily reports that Hyundai Motors is preparing its own EV battery production in 2027. This will boost EV performance and cost competitiveness. It is considering setting up the production lines with a capacity of 1 to 2 gigawatt hours at its R&D centre to be constructed in Ansong. 1 gigawatt hour corresponds to the battery power to run 13,000 EVs. It will manufacture prototype battery products there, separate from the batteries it purchases from battery cell makers. The largest car maker in South Korea has also been in talks with material suppliers such as LNF Co, LG Chem Limited and Chinese materials companies since the second quarter of the year to directly purchase the battery materials. I've also seen another story this week saying they're trying to get away from Chinese battery materials manufacturers. So go figure. It's highly likely to produce NCM batteries, said the sources. Hyundai is also considering outsourcing the production of batteries it designs to SK On and other battery cell makers under original equipment manufacturing contracts, instead of manufacturing them at its production lines. Electric reports that Kia officially opens its first EV-only plant to build the low-cost EV3 and EV4 electric vehicles. Kia held an opening ceremony for its first EV-only plant, or EVO, as it looks to establish itself as a leading electric vehicle maker. Kia's new low-cost EV3 and EV4 models are the first electric cars scheduled for mass production. The new facility will kick off a new era for Kia with the capacity to build 150,000 EVs annually. The EVO plant is the Hyundai Motor Group's first EV-only plant. Kia will use the facility to boost the output of its next-generation electric vehicles. Genesis has partnered with Bloomberg to launch in-car entertainment and news services. The newly designed electrified G80 will feature the new Bloomberg in-car app at launch in Korea. Entertainment features including Bloomberg TV+, Bloomberg Originals and live news feed will also be included. This app will also be made available as an over-the-air update for the G90, G80, GV80, GV70 and the electrified GV70 and also the GV60, which will come to customers in Korea and the USA. As part of its commitment to continuously enhancing the ownership experience, Genesis will also offer the G80, G90 and G80 customers a complimentary Bloomberg annual access subscription, providing unrestricted access to online and app-based content in Q2 of 2025. No news on Europe yet. And finally, have you ever wanted a rear wiper on your Ioniq 5, or I guess EV6? This will be the first generation one anyway. Now there's a crowd-funded solution. It's called the Geckowiper. It's fixed on the back window with the help of a strong magnet, is battery powered and has a remote control. You can see it demonstrated in this Ioniq Guy's video, which he did during the week, in the link above. I will put a link to the Geckowiper Kickstarter in the description. Anyway, that's all for this week. Links to all stories can be found in the extensive show notes in the video description. Thanks for all the comments, likes and new subscribers this week. Also, big thanks for all of my channel members for your ongoing financial support. Thanks for watching.